Today, BRStv investigates a head-to-head comparison of 50 different lighting configurations in the pursuit of the best value and highest performance options out there. If you want to learn how to use your light optimally in the search for ways to upgrade your solution or considering a new light, this series is a treasure trove of data. You're about to see distinct performance tests on more than 50 modern reef tank lighting options. We have a gauntlet of value and performance tests. We put all of the lights through: obstruction of light, cost of light, use of light, positioning of light, distribution of light, quality of light, often referred to as PER, color of light, and blending of light. The most robust series of tests that any light in our industry has ever gone through. Starting with obstruction of light, the test is simple. We place a large obstruction in the tank to identify which solutions are easily shadowed like this and which can wrap an object in light like this. Measuring PAR is one thing, but how much actually reaches the coral's tissue is another. Cost of light. If the sole goal is the lowest cost source of PAR for your tank, this is the test. We start by getting 108-point average PAR throughout the tank, then take the cost of the light and divide it by the tank's average PAR to find the average cost of producing that PAR. Price per PAR, a direct measurement of how much PAR output you get for your money. Height of light or positioning of light. Mounting height is a balance of performance versus efficiency. Too low and there's an intense hot spot in the center of the tank. Too high and the light is spilling all over the floor. We test both efficiency and hot spots from 1 inch off the tank and up until we find the sweet spot. Getting a small compact light source inches away from the coverage area that's hundreds of times bigger than the light source itself is an engineering challenge, but it can be done. It's all about the mounting height and getting it right. We find it. Distribution of light. It's not just PAR output, but how is that PAR distributed throughout the top, middle, and bottom of the tank? Graphs like this help us visualize how each of the lighting configurations distribute the light in the tank. We can use the data to find the options which don't just distribute light evenly at the bottom, but in the middle and the top of the tank as well, so we can make more informed decisions as to what really defines best in reef lighting. Quality of light, often referred to as spectrum or sometimes PER. Our test is simple. Which of the 50 lights contain spectrum peaks optimized to chlorophyll and carotenoids? Some of the lights miss areas others excel in. The goal is efficient use of light energy that drives the biology of the coral. Color potential of light. Fact is, doesn't matter which color pigments your corals have, they could be the most brilliant corals out there. If your light doesn't have that specific color spectrum, you just don't get that color. This test uses the spectrometer to tell you which coral and fish colors each light is capable of producing and which ones it's not. The blending of light. This test identifies how well engineered the optics are at blending a half-dozen+ different spectrums or colors of light into one cohesive spectrum without spectrum hotspots. Dual goals. First, avoiding spectrum hotspots for the corals, but you can see pore blending in the white sand with different shades of white, blue, red, and green shooting all over as a disco effect. We quantify how each light performs at blending the light with a spectrometer and 20 different shots below the tank. Our mission with this series: get past all of our favorite brands, solutions, and technologies and use the data to evolve the conversation. There's no question that some of these technologies configured in specific ways greatly outperform some of the most common current approaches. We kick that off with the obstruction of light. Which of these two shadow results would you prefer? How does your light perform? The answer is right here, and the entire lighting series Showdown here.